ladies, gentlemen, space aliens, non-binaries, cats, dogs, giraffes, elephants. Today we have something that has been by far my most requested video, and I've got a very different setup for this that I hope is going to work. Actually, I gotta check my levels here. Yeah, okay, so I'm getting a pretty good level on my whispering. That's the plan. This is a wireless microphone system that's going to allow me, I can basically walk around here freely. And yes, I realize you're looking at the floor. That is the sort of intention for placement of this camera, because I want to be like picking up stuff and showing it to you. But this room that I am in is one area of the famed, the infamous sports card dungeon from which I broadcast. And I can kind of bring you up here and show you sort of a different view here. It's going to be a little bit kind of difficult to kind of show, like everything at all times. But this room that I'm in, it's a pretty small room, but it's got, I don't know, something like maybe a fourth, a fifth of my collection. And it's kind of dark over here, but we'll get by. But yeah, I just wanted to walk through here. I'm going to pick up a bunch of stuff and just talk about kind of where these things came from, what my plan is for them, and give you a kind of a mini partial tour of the famous sports card dungeon. All right, so, and I will notice that you will notice that there's not a lot of rhyme or reason to the organization here. There's a little bit, but basically kind of some areas of this room have, some kind of organization, or they did. Like this whole thing here is, it's all basketball stuff from 2018 and 2019. So that's relatively organized. But like over here, I've got basketball, I've got baseball, I've got, well, maybe just basketball and baseball. Actually, I got some soccer back there. And over here, kind of the same thing. And then, like, recently, I've started to gather all of my non-sport stuff here on the top two shelves. So I might make this like this bookshelf my non-sports area. So I apologize for the low lighting, but it is what it is. This camera does pretty good in low light, so this one area here is pretty poorly lit. All right, so up here we have 3 cases of 2019 Prism football mega boxes. These are actually kind of cool, but I'll grab one of these for you guys. So these were an investment idea of mine that didn't really pan out. Although I think I'm actually about break even right now from the price that I paid. These have 1 auto per box, 1 rookie auto per box, which is kind of neat. And there's a couple of semi-decent rookies in here, but mostly they've just kind of fizzled. And at the time I bought these, 2017 Prism was just going nuts because that was when Patrick Mahomes was like really ascendant. I probably bought these in like 2020 or something. And I said, well, this stuff's really cheap right now. And, Kyler Murray was in, he's the big rookie in here. He seemed like he had some definite potential. DK Metcalf rookies are also in here. So I was like, this stuff's dirt cheap compared to 2017. I should buy some and hope that somebody turns into the next Patrick Mahomes. Well, that didn't quite happen, but it wasn't too bad of a deal for me. So I got 3 cases of that, and kind of thinking I should switch to wide angle here, but I don't know. We might appreciate it. And then up here we've got Donruss football blaster case. Well, those are surprisingly heavy because Donruss, you get a lot of cards. So anyways, there's some 2019 football. Over here is an interesting bookshelf. Got some just kind of random stuff. 2021 Prism basketball, WNBA basketball. 2 autos. This was, I think, the second year of WNBA basketball, and it was a real big flop, but 2020 basketball was like pretty popular, and I'm super psyched about like the 2023, would it be 2023 or 2024? It might be 2024 WNBA basketball. It's going to have Caitlin Clark rookies because the whole world's excited about her, it seems. This is a pretty cool box. 2020 Topps Chrome F1. This is the first year of Topps Chrome F1 racing, and F1 has a really big following all over the world. This one actually has a kind of a split seam here, so it's pretty well sealed other than that, but does have that, so not as pristine as I would like. But I actually had 2 of these. I just sent one in to Probstein Auctions to get auctioned off, so that should be appearing on eBay here in the next week or so if anybody wants to check that out. And then you've got, boy, you guys remember when Topps Chrome soccer was like huge, and at once upon a time I had like I think it was 2018, the first year they came out with Topps Chrome soccer cards. I had one of those boxes and sold it for probably a couple $100, and those ended up being worth like over $1,000. This is 2020 Bundesliga, and then I think this is also 2020. That sure looks like the 2020 baseball design. What the hell is this? I guess it's 2021. Yeah, that makes sense. That is the 2021 baseball card design you see on there. So 2021 UEFA. So there are different like soccer leagues that they do in Europe, and I think all of these are kind of not so valuable, but those are the kind of things I would occasionally get from my distributor back in the day because it was a little easier to get for a time. Then kind of soccer blew up, and it was very difficult to get any kind of soccer products. Here we have 2020 Finest UEFA, another product that's like, not got a ton of value. The F1 racing was a huge score because that was probably like $150 when I got it from my distributor. Those boxes now are worth like I think almost like $2,000, and at one point they were worth like $4,000. Let's see what we got here. Right, this is the first year of Marvel Universe cards made by this company called Impel, which did a lot of kind of non-sports stuff, and I think some sports stuff back in the early 90s. These boxes, I remember, were like kind of, in demand back when they came out, but not terribly valuable. And then during the pandemic, when everything was blowing up in late 2019 through 2020, these things just kind of, blew up, and like they were selling for like $1,500 at one point. I think now they still sell for like $600, $700. And I've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them that I picked up for like $25 a piece back in like probably like 2017 or 18. So those are pretty cool. Here's some Fleer Metal 95. I think these are retail boxes. Yeah, retail pack, it says. 36 packs. Nothing too crazy in here, but there's parallels that can have, some Hall of Famers that are valuable if they grade well. And these boxes I bought, back in 2021 or something, when 90s basketball stuff was just absolutely on fire. And this is kind of a lower end product because it's retail and it's from a year that doesn't really have any good rookies. It's Jerry Stackhouse there. So this kind of didn't really blow up in price, and I think I got these for maybe $300 a piece from Baseball Card Exchange. I got 4 of them, and for a time they were worth quite a bit, but now they're really not worth. I gotta remember to keep the camera facing forward. They're not. I don't think they're worth that much. I mean, they're not easy to find, but they might be worth roughly what I paid for them. These are kind of interesting. 2014 Donruss. You got Joel Embiid rookies in here, and there's one other. It might be like Zach LaVine or something, who's kind of faded a little bit, but was pretty hot a couple years ago. And I had a full case of these, and I'm pretty sure these came in a 20-box case, so you got a lot of them. And I was, just buying these from my distributor because, they had a restock of them. They had like a few different items, and this was another thing I bought back in 2020 that, just anything you could get your hands on basketball-wise was worth buying because everything was shooting up. And I think I paid. I looked this up recently because I tried to sell like one of these at the card show that I was dealing at like a few weeks ago, and I feel like I paid like a little over $200 for each of these, in the case. So the case was like 4,000 something probably. But I was kind of surprised that they're actually selling today for, I think, like $400 or something. So I've actually made good money on these, which is always a good thing. Up here you've got some Skybox 1990 and some Hoops 1990. I love the junk wax era. These are kind of the epitome of junk wax. At some point in the last 5 years, these were selling for $10 or less a box. And I think I bought these for like maybe $22 or something in a large purchase from a guy that I know where I live. And those things were up to like about $120 or $140 $10, so I'm still quite a bit ahead. Right here, you've got just a bunch of different hockey stuff from kind of the mid-90s. No real value in any of this stuff, but I don't know. I love hockey cards, and I love junk wax, so these were a no-brainer for me to pick up. And I probably paid like $10 a box or something, so it's hard to do too bad at that kind of pricing. Let's see here. These bottom shelf. You got some early 90s Pro Set football. Series 1 here and Series 2, both from 91. And, just, again, this kind of stuff in the last 5-6 years, it was probably selling for like $5 a box at some point. But, these days, it's kind of funny. Junk wax is down significantly from, what it was going for in the pandemic, but everything is down from that point. So, question is, since the pandemic boom ended in late 2021, how is the product doing? I think junk wax generally is, up kind of gradually over that time period from maybe early 2022 until now. So that's, fun to see because I have a fair bit of junk wax. And I think slow and steady growth is a positive sign for products because, if they blow up too quickly or they're always going, or they have big dips, that suggests to me the market is not super healthy. It's sort of being manipulated one direction or the other. Here we have, actually looks like a full case of 2023 Topps Series 1 flagship baseball. Every year I get, a decent amount, less so recently, of, the flagship Topps release, which, generally speaking, is a pretty terrible investment because this stuff always is, very popular when it comes out. Everybody's itching for the new flagship Topps product, and, prices are pretty high, and ultimately people, really lose interest in this stuff very quickly as other products come out, and it just doesn't have the, excitement behind it. But, if there's a good rookie in it, sometimes it can go up. You look at 2017 Topps Series 1, which has Aaron Judge rookies in it. That stuff obviously is doing very well right now. I can't think of any other, Series 1 top flagship products that are particularly good in the last, 10 years. Usually you're looking at the update or Series 2 or something. Like in 2018, there was no Ohtani in Series 1. So, that stuff was dirt cheap for a long time because it didn't have any of the good 2018 rookies in it. You were looking at 2018 Topps update for all the goodies. I will say Gunnar Henderson is has a rookie in the 2023 flagship Series 1, so that's got some potential. Obviously he's having a hell of a year. So yeah, let's look up here. It's kind of hard for me to see when I have the camera tilted so far up there, but let's see, I got a future birthday present for ASMR girl. This box here is just a bunch of different, pardon my finger, my hand, a bunch of different 2021 Prism basketball products. I think I have two kinds of mega boxes. Two kinds of mega boxes. Probably a bunch of blasters in there. And all of it I wish I would not have bought because it's all underwater. I think I also have, I have a bunch of, I think these ones that say green ice, these mega boxes are Fanatics exclusives, so those are a little better than the regular ones. ones, but got a bunch of these retail boxes, which I think I paid like $100 for these, and usually that's a pretty good deal if there's a good rookie in a Prism set. But 2021 is an absolute bust. Cade Cunningham is trash. Sorry, Detroit fans. And nobody else really is in that product. So, yeah, I mean, basketball's funny. Someone may blow up at any time. So, who knows what the future may hold. But for now, that stuff is worth probably 30% less than, what I paid for it, which is generally MSRP. Looks like we've got some 22 Topps Heritage. I know I kind of forgot I had these. Pretty cool. I'm quite positive I paid very low prices for this stuff. For some reason, 2022 Heritage high number. Oh, I think this is open, so we can go check out a box. Yeah, for some reason this stuff, I feel like this is holding the shelf, the top shelf up. So we got one sealed box, or one sealed case. So that's what it looks like. Yeah, so like Heritage High Number is usually a pretty solid set, at least amongst Heritage releases for a given year. 2018 Heritage High is awesome. It's got Acuna, Soto, and Ohtani rookies. 2019, would be pretty awesome if Tatis hadn't had drug problems, and I don't know, Pete Alonso was in a slightly different situation than being with the Mets, who can't seem to get their act together. Yeah, anyways, those are a couple of the more interesting high number releases, but 2022 was pretty solid because you got Bobby Witt Jr., who I think is going to, be an MVP someday. If it wasn't for Judge having his crazy season right now, he might be in the running for, head of the pack for AL MVP this year. So he's going to be a superstar, I think. And, you got Julio Rodriguez, who is kind of, quickly disappearing from the hobby landscape, but, has had seasons of brilliance. And then, of course, Wander Franco would be the other guy from this year, but he is now in jail somewhere. So, Bobby Witt may save the day, but this stuff was going for dirt cheap. I think I got these things for like $42 a box or something. And I was like, man, this stuff is so cheap. So I'm actually kind of glad I remembered I had that, because sometimes I wonder how much Bobby Witt stuff I have in my inventory, and I forgot about this stuff, so now I have more than I thought I did. I'm just realizing, guys, that this room is probably going to take like a couple of videos, because I don't want these to be like really much longer than, I don't know, like an hour or something. And it's already 25 minutes in. We haven't really gotten halfway through, so I hope you guys find this interesting. I could do this very quickly and, not really talk about everything, but I like to talk about these things. Don't worry, that's not my address. That's like somebody who bought this before me, but 2022 Topps Heritage Minor League. I like to buy a case of Heritage Minor League pretty much like every year. So that's 2022. We got just some miscellaneous stuff here. 2022. Allen and Ginter. 2022 Score Football, I think. Here's some 2022 Donruss, which is actually, this stuff always surprises me with how much year and a half at what this is worth, but I remember looking this up a couple years ago and thinking, man, I can't believe how much this is worth. When this came out, I bought a case of it just because, I was pretty bullish on the 2022 draft class before Wanda Franco was in jail. But these Donruss products are actually kind of cool because they got 3 autos or mem cards, so that's a pretty large number of hits. Now I think you can get Bobby Witts in here, so that's good. But yeah, I think I paid like whatever $60 a box for these, and when I looked them up a couple years ago, I think they were like $120 or something. So I was kind of surprised at that. And then we got Mosaic 2021 Mosaic baseball that I picked up for like dirt cheap a couple years ago. 2021 is just a terrible class. So David Adams was blowing those out, and I took advantage. Some Bowman Heritage releases. We got 2022 right there and 2021, and you had to buy these as a set of one 2021 and one 2022. And 2022 was significantly more valuable because it just has way more good rookies in it than 2021. So I probably bought like 8 sets of 2. Got rid of a few of those over the time since then, but still have a few left. We got so these are actually not sealed cases. These are just kind of cases that are filled with boxes, but they are the 2021 Donruss that I bought. Oh my God, are these also 2021 Donruss? No, these are something else. These are optic. These are what the hell are they? 2021 optic. Okay. What? Yeah, I guess these are both optic, huh? Interesting. And this is... Oh, wow. I do not remember acquiring these, but I guess I did. So, 2021 Donruss Optic Blasters. I feel like this is probably something that I ordered from like Fanatics, and I just ordered a sufficient quantity that they shipped sealed cases to me, which they will generally do, I think. Although not always. I have gotten like boxes filled with like individual blasters from them before. I think that's funny. I don't know. I don't know if I've ever like opened. Oh wow, this is like a box of miscellaneous. I don't know if I've ever opened any 2021 optic basketball, guys. So I might have just ordered those cases and just let them sit. But yeah, 2021, terrible year. Terrible year. Wow. I have no recollection of buying these, but 2022 baseball. God, is there anything in these? I don't think there is any. I'm trying to think. So Series 1 2022 update is really good. It's got those Bobby Witt, rookies, and the Julio Rodriguez rookies. Series 1, gosh. Oh, yeah, Wander Franco rookies were in here. His first rookies in flagship were in here, so that's probably it. So these are pretty much worthless. Yeah, gosh. I don't remember buying those, but I did. And then let's see up here. We've got series. You know, you got your Tatis and your Vlad rookies in there. Boy, it's starting to get daunting. I have a little, oh man, I gotta clean up. This has like a little bit of kind of ceiling drywall from when they like drilled a hole up there above it. So this is kind of an interesting section. It's my pretty much mostly football shelf, and we've got 2019. So 3 cases of these things. 2019 Prism again. We started out with 2019 Prism, and I've got, in addition to those mega box cases, I've got multiple blaster cases. 3 of them over here. God, do I have more than that? Okay. I don't. Very good. I was gonna say, I really don't want that many. And then up here, so this is the last of my dwindling supply of 2020 Prism football. This stuff is nice. It's got Joe Burrow rookies and who's the other Hebert rookies. So right now, both pretty solid. And there's who else is in there? Oh, what's his name? There's like a Vikings Jefferson rookies in here too. So around here, some people are kind of really interested in those. So yeah, I don't have a lot of 2020 stuff. Another thing, actually, I just took from this section, sent it off to Probstein to be auctioned on eBay as a hobby box of 2020 Optic football. So when that goes, I'll be down to just these mega boxes, which are pretty cool. And then we've got some 2021 Phoenix sets. I swear to God, you can still get these for like MSRP or less on Fanatics. God, they had these things for so long. And Fanatics occasionally does a pretty solid sale. So I will, pick up some things when that happens. And these were something I picked up on sale. There's 3 bonus parallels in here. Other than that, every card in the set, has a special parallel compared to the regular sets or regular cards that come in, packs. So 2021 is not the greatest class, but there are a couple of guys in there that, could have good careers. And this is my lone box of hobby 2019 Prism football, in addition to all of my many retail products. Now here, so these are more 2020 products. So I don't have much Prism or Optic, but I do have some Mosaic blasters. A couple cases worth of those. There's 20 per case. And these are 2020 Chronicles. So I'm pretty well covered in the 2020 year. As I think this is a Topps Direct box. So we'll show you what's in here. I think there must be like, 20 or so of the same card, and we're going to look at what that card is. I think it's a Mike Trout, but I actually see a box down there that has, so these are from the Topps Project 2020, where they, did a bunch of like custom cards that you could get. Yeah, so this is a Mike Trout one that, is designed by some artist, and it comes in a nice mag case, and I think these were like, let's see if we have the price on here. I can't show you the thing because my address is on here probably somewhere, but yeah, it doesn't say. Oh, actually there's only 10 in here. Blake Jameson. So yeah, I don't know what I paid for these, but I think these were like, gosh, I want to say they were like $15 or something or less a piece. I might be wrong, but some of these back in the pandemic era were pretty valuable. That one was not terribly valuable, but it looks like his rookie card, so that's kind of cool. And then I've got another one in here. Actually, I think I've got two. Yeah, I've got two kinds in one box, and I probably got 10 of each. This is another Trout. Okay, another rookie look-alike design. And I have not really looked through all of these, but they used to. I know they randomly distributed parallels of these, so you might get like a gold one of these cards. So I may be sitting on a nice one in there, but I haven't looked at them all, and I'm not sure I really want to. And this is a Jeter, so looks like his 93 Topps draft pick card, which is a fan favorite. Gotta have some cheat. Anyway, so those are the three Project 2020 cards that I bought back in 2020, I believe. And then looks like I have a Griffey. This is the one that I think it's well, I'll show you. It's a really ugly looking card. That a lot of people made fun of. And it sort of blew up the phenomenon of ordering these cards in the hopes that they will be worth anything, because a ton of people ordered this card, and it's so dumb and ugly looking that it just sort of, it was the quintessential jumping the shark moment for Topps 2020, and for that reason it's kind of a nice piece of sports card history. So this whole bottom row is basically all like Topps on-demand stuff. And these are, this whole box here is 2019 Topps mini boxes. So I think you get like, 20 cards or something in each of those. They're really cool to open because you get three parallels, I think, in each one. And they're pretty much like all numbered, like less than 99. So you probably get like card numbered to 99, one number to like 5, and one maybe to like to 10. And I pulled multiple 101s out of the ones of these that I opened. I maybe opened like 5, 6 of them. So those are pretty sweet. And then the last thing I have in the on-demand section here is Topps T206. I think they still make these products. They're basically just like Topps, tobacco card design cards from the current year. And this was the first set they ever did back in 2020. And they did like 6 series of these, and this is the first series. So I think there's like Boba Fett rookies in here, but that's maybe it. And you can get autographs, but they're extremely rare. So, all right, next I want to show you something, because I kind of was hoping that maybe my football fan folks would have an interest in this stuff, because these things have been sitting around on my shelf for like 4 years or something, and I don't know what the hell to do with them, but I think for for some people, these might be kind of interesting. So let me just show you what I'm talking about. So all of this stuff is basically, other than these Donruss sets, all of this stuff is like basically autographed, photos or jerseys, or in this case, mini helmet. And so it's basically all autographed like memorabilia. And I got this stuff because I was trying to just like buy stuff to get my allocation up with my distributor. These all came from my distributor. And I don't know what the hell to do with these things. Because, they don't really sell ever on eBay, so you can't find comps. And interestingly, you can't find these in stock anywhere at like Dave and Adams or Blowout or, Steel City, where they did sell these when they came out. So they must have sold out of their stock of them. But I don't know. I don't know how to sell these. I could put them on eBay. I wouldn't know what to price them at. But if people are interested in me listing this kind of stuff, I could put them up on Hot Cardboard. If you're into memorabilia, let me know. Or if you're really crazy and you just want to buy all this stuff from me, let me know. We can work out a deal. Because I've just had this stuff sitting around just doing absolutely nothing. Oh, here's some baseball ones. So I guess it's not all football, but it's like pretty much 90% football. So we got some photos. TriStar I think this is all TriStar stuff. Autographed football, more football, and then 3 baseball photos. So, and then the rest of these boxes, like this up here, like there, these are all football jerseys, and then the mini helmets. So, yeah, I don't know. That's like the weirdest stuff I have in my collection right now. Let's go next door here. Let's see. I want to see how long this is. Okay, so 42 minutes. I might do the shelf here, which is funny because I don't feel like I've gotten anything particularly impressive yet in this room. But again, I don't really want to go that long. In part because I started recording this like after midnight, so I'm kind of tired. But let's look at this shelf, and then I'll probably stop and get this thing posted, and you guys tell me if this is a giant waste of everybody's time. Alright, so way up here, you'll see my basically Star Trek and House of the Dragon collection. So I'm going to pull down these boxes so you can see them. This one I actually got relatively recently at that card show I was at, so I talked about this in a previous video, but it's an older box from 2016 with different Star Trek characters from different Star Trek series in it. I'm going to go over here for the light. So that's a pretty cool one. And then generally, when I see them appear at my distributor, Star Trek boxes, I generally try to pick them up, at least, some. So Picard, I actually really enjoyed the Picard series. It was, I don't think, too successful. It ran for 3 series, and for 3 seasons, and I'm like a little bit into the 2nd season, but I really like it. And I've opened one of these boxes before I hit the auto, and then I just have a bunch of packs left over that I haven't been too excited to open. So that's Picard Season 1. I think there's Season 2 out as well. And then I've got Season 2 Star Trek Discovery. I've seen Season 1 of this, and I think Season 2 I've seen. But there's like 5 seasons, I believe, of this. And I've not seen most of them, so that's something I'd like to do. And then there's also Season 3 of these. So I've got 5 boxes each of these Discovery sets. I don't know why I never got any. I think I just didn't realize when season 1 was out, because I wasn't really paying too much attention to what was going on in my distributor at the time, so I just didn't, catch it. This is Doctor Who series 1 through 4, which seems kind of cool. I've watched like one episode of this show. I know it's quite popular. So to have 4 series worth of content in one set is pretty cool. And then there's 4 autos. I think most of these products only have 1 auto per box. Although for some reason it never says on a lot of these Rittenhouse boxes. So all these boxes you see there, the square shape, are from a company called Rittenhouse. All their boxes look like this, pretty much. But these are brand new. House of the Dragon just came out. Not very, but like pretty popular series that's a spin-off of Game of Thrones, which was a very popular series. And I actually really liked this show. I love Game of Thrones, and I loved season 1 of House of Dragon. I've not seen season 2 yet, but it's hot on my list. So these were, people were pretty excited about these before they released, and I got a pre-order in for at my distributor for 13 boxes, I think, and I got all 13. So it allegedly is an allocated product, but Rittenhouse stuff is pretty easy to get from my distributor. So I was fortunate to get those, and happy to hang on to them. I do have some, kind of Game of Thrones stuff. Iron Anniversary was a set that they put out after the end of the whole, show. And this is series 2 of that set. And I've got a bunch of the series 1 boxes as well as these. So these are pretty cool. You can get some sweet autos in here. Again, that's funny because this is like a different size box than those other Rittenhouse ones that I just told you all their stuff comes in. But basically everything is in those small square boxes, and these are kind of a oddity. So anyways, at one point I think the season 1s of these were pretty high value compared to what they came out at, but I think they've settled down a little bit. I think I'll have a better idea of like what the ideal camera angle is, and I also might actually do a wide angle next time I record one of these videos, but bear with me for this one. Hopefully you guys can give me some feedback. Disney 100 from Weiss Schwarz, which makes a lot of they make a lot of TCG sets, and they got into Disney, I guess. By the way, when I was looking up the price on this stuff, I realized for the first time that there was actually a Topps Chrome Disney set that was released only in the EU for some reason. I have to believe that's just because licensing-wise, Topps was unable to get a U.S. license to produce Disney cards. But anyways, those boxes sell for like $2,000, and the singles in there are like super expensive. So, man, I wish I would have figured that out back when that stuff came out a few years ago, because I'm sure I would have been, wanting to get some way, somehow. Women of Star Trek, I think is a really cool set, because I actually am a pretty big fan of a lot of the, you got 7 of 9, you got Captain Janeway, you got Counselor Troy, I forget her name from, is that Discovery she's from? And then that's, what's her name? She was the big deal in the original series. But, Uhura was her name, I think. But yeah, I bought a whole case of these, which is 12 boxes. And I don't know, I'm pretty I'm sort of surprised these aren't worth a bit more, because I feel like the autos in here are pretty cool. I mean, all these characters are super popular. I don't know, but maybe those will go up someday. I'm just going to hang on to them. For now, we've got 20. I feel like I keep wanting to change the direction this camera's pointing, but we've got a box of 2020 Prism basketball. So you got Anthony Edwards rookies in there. This, along with all of 2020 stuff, was going up, last season when Anthony Edwards was making his playoff run. We got a 2021 Bowman Chrome Hobby Box. I remember when this stuff came out, people were talking about how awesome this set was. It's got a ton of international prospects in it, all of whom I think are complete busts. I don't know if this was the first Bowman card of Austin Martin, but he's another guy who's now with the Twins and hasn't really done much. So that's kind of a bummer. I actually bought two, what do they call them? Like Hobby Light cases of this stuff. For probably close to $2,000 a piece, maybe $1,500. So I'm sure, those are like way underwater. This I got from my distributor, so it's probably fine. So these were pretty cool. About 2 years ago, 2019, Topps Chrome Sapphire. Of course, Sapphire is the creme de la creme of Topps Chrome stuff. And 2019 had, the great rookies of Alonso, Guerrero, and Tatis. And, of course, all those guys were red hot 3 years ago. But now, really, nobody from that group is particularly hot. Guerrero is kind of settling down into mediocrity. Alonso is he's a good home run hitter, but he doesn't hit for average, and the Mets suck. So, should have sold these a while ago. Those were $1,000 boxes at one point. Now, not so much. Probably like $250 boxes. Here we have something I got from my distributor. A rare situation where they actually gave me a pretty hot product, but once again, it's the cursed 2021 NBA basketball season with no good rookies, but it's a higher end product that probably still would command some value over what I paid for at distributor pricing. What do we got here? 2021 football Prism. What do they call these? I can't remember what they call these kind of pack. Blister packs, I think. Yeah, blister packs. So just 2 retail packs in there, but Prism football kind of always hot. Almost regardless of year, but not completely, because we all know 2019 is so good. We got 2019 Contenders Draft, which has Ja Morant and Zion Williamson rookies in it. I bought 15 or 20 boxes of this stuff from Walmart back in 2019. And, 2.5 years ago, I listed on eBay, these boxes for like $50, $60 a piece. And slowly I sold out of every single one of them. It still sort of shocks me, because these were like, $20 box. And actually these I feel like were like $15 at retail or something, because Contenders is pretty low end stuff. So I got them for like dirt cheap, and I sold them for, 2.5x. And they sold consistently, which always shocked me. Let's see up here. We've got kind of legs are getting tired. 2021 Topps Chrome. I think these are light, hobby light, so they have no guaranteed autos. in these boxes. They're, much cheaper than hobby. 2021, again, a terrible year for baseball. We got just a couple of kind of random 2019 products that, again, back in the boom days, these were just hot stuff. With the Zion and Ja rookie class. That's just stuff I bought at, retail. Here we've got a cool older box, 2013 Prestige. So I think that's Giannis rookie years. Yeah, I think that's Giannis rookie year. So I bought like 4 or 5 of those and opened one of them and slowly sold some of the others, and that's one that's just sticking around. There's more 2021. This time it's Optic. 2020 Prism retail box with one auto in it. So Anthony Edwards stuff right there. Not a bad thing to have. We got a random. I think this is one of those like sort of random one-off boxes I got from my distributor. They thought they thought kindly enough to give me a single box of Topps 2021 Series 2, which is a complete trash product. But I think I got like one jumbo box and one hobby box. That was my allocation of 2021 Topps, which is pretty sad. And then here we've got a stack of 2020 Topps Chrome Black boxes, 4 cards, 1 auto per box. And I think I opened one of these for a customer once on a live stream, and that's probably it from as far as seeing what's in those things. Sold a couple of those, unopened. More godforsaken 2021 Optic basketball retail boxes. And then down here we've got more and more and more blurst 2021 Topps Chrome junk right there. And 2021 Bowman. Both of these are just absolutely worthless. Probably down 50% on what I paid for these. Over here's kind of fun thing. This little display here, which used to be full, used to have a bunch of these, which I only have one of now. But these may look like an ordinary 2019 Topps Series 1 hanger box, but it's actually the Walgreens exclusive that has yellow parallels in it that are, fairly collectible. Here we have some random 2018 football. I'm sure I just bought this. Actually, I think I got this. This was a freebie that came with an order from Dave & Adams. If you order from Dave & Adams, they give you like one freebie per order that, can be pretty good if you order a lot of value, a lot of valuable stuff. So, funny, I'm sure this was pretty worthless when I got it, but now it's probably got some value. Just because, there's a couple of decent rookies in there. And speaking of 2018, we got a couple of Optic boxes here. So Josh Allen's the rookie you're looking for in 2018 stuff. I can't remember who the other one is. There's another decent rookie in here, but Josh Allen's the guy that you want. And then we've got a 2019 Prism Draft basketball box with Zion and Ja in it, and these are probably worth $40 at this point, which they sold for $20 back in the day. I see a little stack of Topps Chrome Jumbo This is a very nice product to have if you have the right year. So if you got 2017, you got Judge rookies, very valuable. You got 2018, you got Ohtani and all the big boy rookies. 2019, I had at least some of, it must have had Guerrero in there. And, back in the days before those guys all sucked, that was pretty hot box. 2020, not so many great rookies in there. But yeah, in a good rookie class, a Topps Chrome Jumbo box is absolutely a great thing. They go for a lot of money, but 2020 is kind of an off year, so these are probably not super valuable, but I'm sure they're worth. I feel like I probably got, I think I got these from my distributors. So I'm probably not, too deep into these money wise, so probably pretty small profit on those at this point, just because it's older stuff that's harder to come by. So maybe it has some value. This is kind of a cool thing that I sort of picked up on a whim. It's one of those things that was just, kind of too cheap to pass up. It's a case of 2013 Select Football, which was the first year that they did Select Football. And I bought it because, at the time that I bought this, which was probably like 2021 or so, the first year of Select, actually it wasn't the first year of Select Baseball, but it was like the first year of Select Baseball after a little bit of a pause. And so it was basically the first Select Baseball that was created by Panini. That set was kind of going off. I think just because, people were finding reasons to be excited about any particular set. And the first, Select Baseball set made by Panini, I guess, was interesting. And there was like a Trout card in there that got very valuable. That stuff is all like kind of come way down. But that phenomenon made me think, well, why don't I get the first Select Football box? I probably paid, there's 12 boxes per case, and there's actually one mini box in each, so it's like 24 mini boxes. I think there's like 4 autographs per box, 2 per mini box. So there's a lot of autos in here. I was like, it was dirt cheap. I probably got this thing for like, gosh, I don't know, probably like $1,000 or something. And turns out Travis Kelce has a rookie in here, so of course he's in the news a lot because he's, dating Taylor Swift, and I think maybe this has gone up a little bit since then because of that. But mostly it's just, older football, with a little bit of hobby history to it, I think is attractive. And so I think these boxes are probably going for $250 a piece, which is a nice little profit, I'm sure in the hobby boom time they were like $400 a box, but it's all irrelevant now. So folks, that's what we got for today. I'm going to wrap this video because it's been an hour, but I'd love to kind of walk through the rest of this stuff with you guys at another time. We've got some pretty nice high-end Bowman stuff over here. We've got kind of a growing collection of Pokemon crap, and probably the most valuable stuff in this room is going to be on this thing over here where you can, if you have an eagle eye, you can see some really cool things on this shelf of basketball stuff, which I'd love to walk you through and talk about. And then actually over here, there's some basketball stuff too that's kind of hidden behind this Pokemon stuff. So happy to go through all that and kind of finish up the rest of this room if this kind of stuff is of interest to you guys, and hopefully this setup is not too annoying. I know that the mic I normally record on is going to pick up way better audio, especially for whispering. And also, I'm doing this video without any like headphones to monitor, so I'm just listening to myself whisper, and it's kind of weird. But I don't know. That's what we got. Hope you guys are doing well. Thanks so much for watching. We'll catch y'all next time. See you later from the Sports Card Dungeon. Bye now.